Hi, good evening, everyone. We are here to discuss the STT500 Assessment tree. It is the factors influencing the car prices scenario analysis. We are represented this presentation by group members, myself, Nadimuddin Mohammed, and Tanvir Jahan Swapnil, and Akil Bania, and Sherin Felden. In this, the first objectives are the data taken into the consideration represents the price of the used cars and the total sample size for this study is 6019, and the researchers was interested in determining the factors that influence the price of the used cars. The variables included is continuous variables and the qualitative variables in kilometer driven, mileage, engine, power, and price, fuel type, owner, transmission, number of seats, and the fuel type. About, as you can see in this graph, 0.9% of the cars are CNG type cars, 53.2% of the cars are diesel type cars, 45.6% of the cars are petrol cars, 0.2% of the cars are LPG cars. Only 2% car included in these studies are electric cars. And I've forwarded the slide to the Swapnil. Please continue, Swapnil.
Hello everyone. Thank you, my friend Nadim, for your valuable uh, speech. So now I'm going to present my one. Myself, Tanvir Jan Shopnil, and my student ID is 20173228. So let's start it with the term transmission type. So as you can see in this graph, about 71.4% of the cars are using manual transmission and 28.6% of the cars are using automatic transmission. Next slide, please. Now I'm going to talk about the relationship between price and transmission. As you can see here on the hypothesis, the null hypothesis, where is H naught, where is the H naught is mu1 is equal to mu2. That is, there is no difference in the mean price between the manual and automatic car transmissions. Alternative hypothesis, HA is H naught, H1 is not equal to H2. That is, there is a significant difference in the main price between the manual and automatic car transmission. Now I'm going to talk about the independent sample t-test. And as you can see, here is a table in which the main price of the car using manual transmission is Rs 5.33 with a deviation of 3.79 lakh. The main price of car using automatic transmission is Rs 19.84 with a deviation of Rs 15.985. On comparing the mean values, it is found that the mean price of automatic transmission car is high when compared with the mean price of manual transmission cars. And let's talk about the next slide, which is predicting price using mileages. The regression equation is price is equal to 23.056 minus 0.749 mileage. The coefficient of mileage is minus 0.749, indicating that increases in 1 kilometer or of car mileage certainly decreases the car price by Rs 0.749. So you can this will be more clear as when you see the Excel sheet. So the next one is linear regression assumptions, so in which linear relationship is equal. There is no evidence of linear relationship normality. The dependent variable should progress normal distribution. Here the mean price is greater than the median price of car, and therefore the distribution is sequid right. On dissecting the variance of error terms should follow normal distribution and the assumption is violated. And now I'm going to call to my other group members to present their part.
Yep. Thank you, Tanvir Swapnil. Myself, Akina Bania, with student ID number 20173831. The multiple linear regression model. Here, the dependent variable is the price and the independent variable is the kilometers driven. The regression equation is price equals to BO plus B1 into mileage plus B2 into kilometers driven. BO is the intercept, which I've not completed it.
Yeah.
BO is the intercept, which indicates both the mileage and kilometers driven when it is 0. B1 is the coefficient of mileage and B2 is the coefficient of kilometers driven. Yep, next one. Multiple linear regression output. Here, the multiple linear regression equation is price equals to 23.375 minus 0.000378 kilometer into kilometers driven minus 0.754 into mileage. The coefficient of determination is 0.094, indicating that only 9.4% of the price variation was explained by the estimated regression model, while the remaining 90.6% left unexplained. Yep, next one. The multiple linear regression assumption. So for the multiple linear regression assumptions, we have 4 of them. That is linear relationship. There is no any evidence of linear relationship. Normality. The dependent variable should possess normal distribution where the mean price is greater than the median price of the car and therefore the distribution is skewed right. Homoscedasticity. The variance of error terms should follow the normal distribution and this assumption is also violated. The multicollinearity, there is no evidence of multicollinearity in this case. Next one. Yep. Comparing the two models, model 1 is the simple linear regression model and model 2 is the multiple linear regression model. So the best one is the multiple linear regression model, that is the model 2, because it has a highest coefficient of determination R square and the highest adjusted coefficient of determination adjusted R square. So the best one is model 2. Next one. Testing the significance of slope, the simple linear regression. So for testing the significance of for mileage, a null and an alternative hypothesis is formulated. A null hypothesis includes H0, that is beta 2 is equals to 0, which means that the coefficient of mileage does not differ significantly from 0. And an alternative hypothesis, HA, that is beta 2 not equals to 0, which means that the coefficient of mileage differs significantly from 0. The value of t-test statistics is minus 24.981 and its p-value is 0.000. So as per the statistical decisions made, the p-value of the t-test statistics falls below 0.05, which indicates that there is a significant evidence to reject the null hypothesis at 5% level of significance. Thank you. So now I'd like to hand over the rest of the slides to my friend Shirin Belden.
Okay, hello, thank you, Akina. Now I shall talk on testing significance of slope by using multiple linear regression. Multiple linear regression, also known as multiple regression, is a regression model that estimates the relationship between a quantitative dependent variable and 2 or more independent variables using a straight line. Using multiple regression model, we are testing the significance for mileage. According to null hypothesis, the coefficient of mileage do not differ significantly from 0. As per alternative hypothesis, the coefficient of mileage differs significantly from 0. After making proper study and calculations, we have found out that the value of t-test statistics is negative 25.108 and its p-value is equal to 0. The significance level was set at 0.05. Since the p-value of t-test statistics falls below 0.05, it clearly indicates that there is a significant evidence to reject the null hypothesis at 5% level of significance. Thus, we conclude that mileage is a significant predictor of price of the cars. Next slide, please. Similarly, we tested the significance of kilometer driven using the same method, multiple linear regression, where we found out that as per null hypothesis, the coefficients of mileage do not differ significantly from 0, and according to alternative hypothesis, the coefficient of mileage differs significantly from 0. The value of t-test statistics being negative 2.572 and its p-value equals to 0.01. The p-value of t-test statistics falls below 0.05. It also indicates that there is significant evidence to reject the null hypothesis at 5% level of significance. Next slide, please. In conclusion, we would like to state that the data taken into consideration represents the price of used cars. The continuous variables included in this study are kilometers driven, mileage, engine power, and price. The qualitative variables included in this study are fuel type, transmission, owner type, and seats. Next, please. The mean price of cars using manual transmission is rupees 5.33 lakhs, which converted into Australian dollar is $9,870, with a deviation of $6,648, and the mean price of cars using automatic transmission is $36,740, with a deviation of $29,601. After comparing the mean values, it is found that the mean price of automatic transmission cars is higher compared to the mean price of manual transmission cars. Thus, it clearly shows that there is a significant difference in the mean price between the manual and automatic car transmissions. Regarding the number of seats available in the car, about 83.3% of the cars have 5 seats in it, and 11.2% of the cars have 7 seats. The mean mileage of the cars taken into consideration is 18.13 kilometers, with a deviation of 4.58 kilometers, and the median mileage of the cars taken into consideration is 18.15 kilometers. The mean price of the cars taken into consideration is approximately $17,555, with a deviation of $20,703, and the median price is approximately $10,444. The coefficient of determination using simple linear regression is 0.094, indicating that only 9.4% of the price variation was explained by the estimated regression model, while the remaining 90.6% was left unexplained. Similarly, the coefficient of determination using multiple linear regression is 0.094, indicating that only 9.4% of the price variation was explained by the estimated regression model, while the remaining 90.6% left unexplained. Thus, it can be concluded that adding one new variable to the model does not improve the model. Therefore, it's better to use a simple linear model ahead of multiple linear model. Next slide, please. In a nutshell, the findings clearly suggest that kilometer driven and mileage certainly influence the price of the cars along with the number of owners used. If the car is a single owner driven car, then the price is high when compared with the car that had more than one owner. So with this, we come to the end of the presentation. Thank you.